Alright guys, BLM here, back, another live stream. Shockingly not super late. I'm only 9 minutes late today. It's a miracle. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot to talk about. I wonder how many people are even going to show up, because they're probably assuming I'm going to be like 10 minutes from now. But either way, I need to get everything set up on my phone anyway. What the fuck is AU doing? I mean, they're just doing Mergatory, but like mid-merge. Yeah, I think it's very new era, which is funny considering the executive producer is like very like critical of the new era. But also like they were kind of strong-armed having to do it on a limb, obviously, but whatever. Yeah, obviously playing more Dustborn, the greatest game ever. Yeah, obviously there's Australian Survivor. I've been working on videos. There's a lot of 50 news, but not like not, I don't know, it's like weird 50 news. Like not casting related. Well, it is casting, not specific people related, but more so just general like vibe of 50. Yeah, RGP Blood and Clock Tower is good. Like by the end it was good. I mean, like obviously it started off bad, but like that led to it being good by the end. Also, like probably the best I've seen Owen play anything. So good for him. But yeah, all right. I think should I start the game? I don't know. What I feel like recently I've been like not playing the game for the first like hour or so. But I feel like this being like a narrative, whatever. It's like I don't know, whatever. I'll just start playing the game. Yeah, Australian Survivor. Like yeah, this is obviously just very new era. It's just essentially just Mergatory. I'll say I'm a bit disappointed by how they handled the groupings, because I actually thought the best way to handle the groupings would have been like a safety chain style thing. But instead we fucking just do a rock draw, which is like fucking lame. Like, yeah, I just think it's like, yeah, it just feels like like the fact that like JLP just continuously said, it's all about luck or whatever. It's like, why is this a good thing? Like, why are we talking about this? Like as if this is a good thing, but whatever.
Hey.
I thought it was a fun episode, like AU. Like even with the non-elim and stuff, I thought it was still pretty decent.
What do you want?
I am interested in what this means long term, because like I think I'm even more all in on Miles. No, next week's a Saturday stream. The 29th. I will say in retrospect, I should have done the week after that. I think that would have been the better time to do it, but it's like I already got the time off. Like I'm not gonna like, yeah, I'm not gonna rearrange everything for that. I don't think I can anyway. So whatever. Yeah, I thought bad episode for Karin. And I feel like because I'm much higher on Miles, I actually feel like it was like a good episode for Caitlyn, but like also, does that matter? So I don't know. RHP didn't put the AU episode till after I had to go to work. Oh, did they not? That's a shame. Like I saw it there by 11, so yeah. Karin isn't a good player. I mean, I think that's clear. I mean, like Karin like has skills for the game, but obviously I think her strategic ability in particular is very faulty. Could it be Final 3 boot? I don't know where AG is going at this point. Like I could see anything outside winner. I think I would still be very surprised if he wins. But like I could see losing finalists. I could see Final 3 boot. I could see like Final 6 ish boot. So yeah. Final 5 boot, yeah, like I think like that sort of stretch of the game probably. I did find it weird how the promos for this week were all, or for this episode, were all about like, is Miles gonna turn on AJ? And it's like he never was. Like yeah, I was like gonna like vote out Kate to weaken AJ, but like it was never a thing of like, oh, I'm gonna like take out AJ. Yeah, I think it's Miles at this point. I think I actually feel more confident in a potential Kaylin like what the fuck win than a Karin win at this point. Like I do feel like it is probably Miles. Talk about AJ and Karin not being able to win final immunity. Yeah, that's the thing, and I think Miles is correct in that. I think that's the issue. Like, as much as I obviously like, again, love having these like final immunity challenges that are endurance based, like that is an issue with it, right? Is that it's so gameable at this point that like you're just gonna vote out the endurance threats before the end. to where I don't know if that's necessarily like a major issue, but it is definitely something that we've seen impact like this season, last season, where that was like a big reason why like Rihanna was being targeted. So it seems like it's actually like taking effect. Caitlyn's immunity still gets to confessionals, yeah. It is funny how Kate, I believe, is in the middle of the confessional count at this point. Like after like only having 2 confessionals up to episode like 10 or something. Yeah, Logan got saved, yeah.
Can't let Abuela destroy every tradition we have.
We drive into town.
Thoughts on Logan? I love Logan as a TV character. Bring her back whenever you can. As a player, bad. I'm like not entirely bad. Like definitely has strengths, but like still like I think a lot of her downfall in the game is due to her own actions. Yeah, very emotional. Like, is it like actually emotional? I guess it is, right? It's like very I think I described it as reactionary last time. Which to be fair is, I guess, emotional if it doesn't have like any like strategic basis around it. Doesn't auction? I hated it, to be honest. I fucking hated it. I thought it was bad. Not that it was like, it's not fundamentally bad. Like I think in concept it's fine. I just like don't like it personally. Like it's just like a personal preference sort of thing. I just like the original auction more. Like to me, I think like the bidding aspect of it is so integral. And like too, for Survivor US has also lost this over time, like with the new auctions, where like it's all about like just bidding all your money at once, which takes away from that. So we're like, it wasn't a bad segment. It was fine. Like it was, yeah, still better than like a normal reward challenge. But I think it's definitely a lesser version of the auction. What am I meant to be doing? I was in a room last time. Like I don't remember what room that was. What was this, a pissed off producer or something? No, that's just the way they edit. Like, no, that's just the way she like this happens every season, right? Like Kitty had this last season. Was it Here's Villains? You had Matt was pretty invisible for most of the season, right? I feel like there was someone else along the way. Lover's Water had a whole bunch. But again, this is just how they edit. Yeah, should we talk about this? Okay, this is the big thing from the 50 news. So again, in terms of people, nothing really new. The only new thing actually came like right before I started stream. I saw, which is like, I'm not even gonna bother to dissect this. It's so pointless. But like, essentially, someone asked Redmond his 50 for 50 like thing that he did on Inside Survivor, where like they picked 50 people they want to be on 50. Someone asked him how many of those people are in the running. He said 11 to 19. So. Again, not worth dissecting. Like it's literally fucking nothing. The more interesting thing, and this is like again, like 50's like again, if you've been following the Discord, I feel like it's been a fucking roller coaster these last few days, because there was a point where it all seemed pointless, and then like it kind of got reversed, and where we're back on track, kind of. But yeah, so essentially what happened Thursday morning, I believe. Redmond said, yeah, he's heard a new name, and it's a winner. And it's a winner from pre-40, a one-time player. Which, again, I am assuming it's Earl or Todd, probably, or Vitsapia. It's probably one of the three. Either way, he heard a name, and that just, like, unraveled, like, everything, in my opinion. Because at that point, I was like, okay, I mean, if there's winners now, then, like, what the fuck does it mean about the 50 people that... Because, like, if we know 35 people, very unlikely that we're going to know, like, not know a winner by that point, unless just, like, everything is kind of mixed up. Plus, and then the addition to that is we're starting to narrow down the cast. Like, the cast is... well, I mean, again, I mean, should I just get to it? Earl's, like, the person's not on. Like, yeah, essentially got all unraveled the next day, where essentially, yeah, there's no winners again. Like, the name I heard was wrong. So we're back to the point where it's no winners. But there was like a day from Thursday to Friday where like it essentially seemed like there was a winner in the running, and again, like everything was just kind of up in the air. But the other bigger thing is that, again, they're starting to narrow down the cast. Some people are getting called. A lot of people are getting cut, supposedly. Redmond has heard some of the names that are getting cut. And he hasn't revealed anybody, but he has said that every name that he has heard is New Era. And that at this point, the cast is looking like it's going to be majority non-New Era over New Era, which I think that's pretty mind-blowing. Um, the fact that we're getting, again, obviously, like, not a very New Era focused cast, which I don't think is a good thing, personally. But I think that is insane. Also, the additional thing, which is where the CBS thing comes in. Redmond's, like, thinking right now that CBS probably put their foot down. That CBS essentially, like, told production, hey, we want big names. And that's why this is all happening. So it's looking like this is another 40 situation. And again, initially I was worried that 40 situation said that they're going to be like, fuck all the things we've just done. Let's create an entirely new thing. Because that's what they did with 40, obviously. Like we had all these like people in the running. CBS went, hey, we want you to do Winners at War. And Jeff was like, okay, I guess we'll try. And then they just fucking scrapped everything and they just brought in all the winners at the last second. So I was worried that that's what this was, and that's why I, like, for that like 1 day stretch, I was like, well, all this was so pointless. Like all this like doesn't matter anymore. But no, we're back on the point now where like we're back on track. Like the 50 people that we like, the top 50 from Jeff, whatever that he said beforehand, like all the information we got from Redmond, it seems like that's still credible. That they're not doing like a complete reshuffle, but they are primarily focusing on big names. They're again, majority of the cast is pre New Era. So it's a different direction I want, and I personally feel like okay, and if we're going to New Era, I think Carolyn's still on. I think Hugh is still on. I think those are probably the only locks from New Era at this point for me. Especially we're not doing winners still, so no Jam Jam Marianne, because I think they would have been in the running. Like I would say maybe on Jesse. I think Jesse's pretty. I think maybe on Jonathan, and maybe on Charlie. And then maybe on like Andy, Genevieve, like those sort of people. Essentially, like, yeah, from I assume based on how Redmond's talking, Sabaya's gone. Like I think that sort of like caliber, like Venus is probably gone if she was still in the running at this point. Like I think it's going to be a high caliber cast at this point. Which I think, again, Jonathan is a big name to them. Again, Jonathan was a massive fan favorite on that season. I think they consider Jonathan a big name. Pre-New Era is the version we wanted. I don't know anymore. And I think that's the worry for me too, with CBS putting their foot down on this. If that is true, then like, does diversity mandate matter? CBS versus Jeff? I think they're both. Yeah, oh yeah, Cerie's 100% on at this point, by the way. I think lock in Cerie. Lock in Stephanie LaGrossa. I think it's looking good for Jerry and Colby. I'm feeling worried about Sean Rector. I am very worried about Sean Rector. Amanda's not even, like, yeah, we haven't heard anything about Amanda, so I don't know. I don't know what this means about Coach. Like, I don't know if Coach just, like, yeah, I don't know. Because, again, if they're going for bigger names, you would think Coach would be on, right? And technically, Redmond has not heard that Coach isn't in the running anymore, technically. But also, like, Coach would not be acting this way if he was in the running, right? There's no winners, still. Essentially, there was a point where, again, Redmond had heard a winner. And then the following day was like, nope, that name was wrong. Never mind. I mean, New Era, I mean, I'm assuming, like, if we're getting an 18-person cast, I think maybe, like, 8. Like 7 or 8. If we're getting a 20-person cast, I would guess like 8 or 9. Like the Redmond is talking about it as if it's not majority New Era at least. So, and again, literally so he's heard multiple names cut. Literally every name he has heard is New Era. Is what he said. So I'm assuming, again, only the top of the top people are going to make it from New Era at this point. Which I will say, something I do think is maybe a good thing about all this is that I think this increases the odds of there being another returnee season immediately following this. The fact that they're not going, because like, again, especially this is a world where CBS put their foot down. Like, then this is definitely a world where like production themselves wanted to bring back other people, right? And then CBS told them no, to the point where like you would assume that they would still want to bring back those people. So, like, I could see a world where, like, 52, 54 is for returnees. Probably no Canadians. I don't know if it... intentionally means that, but probably inherent. Like I think it's like who's the? I think Genevieve's probably the only Canadian that could be in the running. Maybe Shan, even though we haven't heard. I don't know. I think Charlie's on the bubble, if I were to guess. I think Christian's also probably on. Angelina, I think, is a question mark. I do wonder if they consider her a big name nowadays. But to be fair, she helps with diversity, but also doesn't matter anymore. Rick Devens, again, I assume he's on, but again, no one has heard his name. But he's gonna be such a letdown, it seems. I'm personally worried about 50. I'm worried it'll be very like I don't know if Game Changers is the right thing. Because I think it's probably a better balance than Game Changers, but and I think if I were to is stream cutting out? I see it on my end. But yeah, I think Omer's out. I would be mind blown if Omer's still there. Like with these cuts. I would be mind blown if like anybody from 42 except for Jonathan is still there. Yeah, I doubt Shan's on, but don't fully know. If he's looking like how Viacom handles SpongeBob, is that a thing? But yeah, I think in the hand of fans is pretty fucking bad. At least it rhymes. Battle for a New Champion is just like actually I think Battle for a New Champion is worse. News 50. It's looking majority non-new era. Wanting big names, which is potentially changing the like philosophy around the cast. And that Redmond has heard of cuts, and they're all new era people. So yeah. Hey, we don't know who's on the cast for sure. Redmond himself has not heard of anybody on the cast. Redmond's only heard of people getting cut. The assumption is that the cast is probably going to be like locked in by next week. So next week, I believe, is when 49 will be flying out. But I don't even know if Kelly was in the running to begin with. Like we know for sure Redmond didn't know about Kelly. It's gonna be some weird combination of heroes. This is actually this is what I was getting to. I think their intention is they want it to be heroes and villains, because Jeff has been talking a lot about heroes and villains recently. He's talking about On Fire. He did an interview the other day where like he was asked his like Mount Rushmore seasons. His number one pick was Heroes and Villains, and then like kind of struggled through the rest. If I were to guess, I think their goal is to try to. We know for sure Kelly Wentworth's not in the running. Redmond confirmed no Kelly Wentworth. Not for this or not for Traders. Like she's not doing anything right now. Which again, Redmond's a very reliable source on Kelly Wentworth in particular because he's friends with Kelly Wentworth. Like they've hung out and everything, so it's like I feel very confident Kelly Wentworth's not on, which I think is surprising because I assume that they would want her back, especially considering like the caliber of the other people we've heard of. Like it's essentially all Kelly Wentworth caliber of people. So we're like, I'm kind of surprised that they wouldn't try for Kelly Wentworth, but maybe she said no, but also she said she would say yes. That was in that interview. Actually, was that the same interview? I don't remember. But Jeff didn't mention Chrissy, but also the person, Chrissy Hopbeck, by the way. But the person prompted that. It's not like Jeff, like out of the blue, mentioned Chrissy. The other person mentioned Chrissy first. But he did praise Chrissy, so maybe. Like he literally was saying that like Chrissy's like the style of player that like she plays the game in the way that we want or whatever. So it's like that's a good sign. Like Q is not getting cut. Q is one of the biggest locks on the board. Like Q is one of the big names that will be sticking around from New Era. Like Q has been at like almost every single like CBS event. I listened to Kelly's podcast and she was like talking about how like Jeff didn't want to do any challenge. We should have gotten Q to try to get Jeff to do the challenges and stuff. Like I feel like it seems to me that like Q and Jeff were kind of close. I still feel like Q's on. Yeah, I haven't even bothered looking at 41 spoilers, to be honest. Chris got 47. Oh, yeah, and the immunity challenge thing, yeah. Were new air players in the running? I mean, like, do you want the actual list that we know, or, like, the people that I think are in the running after this news? Like, after this news, I think Q is still on. I think Carolyn's still on. I think Jesse is likely on, but I think he's, like, more on the bubble. And then I think, like, Andy, Genevieve, Charlie... Jonathan, Is there anyone else? I think all those sort of people are on the bubble. I'm worried we're not going to get any 45 people, actually. Because I don't know... Again, I think if we're getting, like, big names, I don't know if Caleb is a big enough name to make this cast. Who's in the running before? I mean, that we know for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I'll post the returning thing. Because this hasn't changed. Like, the people that we know for sure... well, like, again, for sure, as in, like, we know a lot of clues, and they point to these people, and I am assuming they're these people. Genevieve, Venus, which I think is 100% cut by now. No way Venus makes this, like, cut here. Q, Sabaya, who also 100% cut by now. I don't think there's any way, like, Sabaya is making this cut. Carolyn is, again, I think probably on. Jesse, Mike Turner, Jonathan, which, again, Mike Turner I think is probably cut by now, but we'll see. And then Xander, which probably cut, but I'm not like 100% sure. And then beyond that, we know like another 42 guy, which I would assume is Omer, and I assume Omer's cut by now. And then 41, there's 2 other 41 people are in the running, but we just don't know who those people are. But also more likely they're cut by now. I would love a Mike Turner return. Mike Turner's such a fun character. Like, not even necessarily, like, on the season itself, which, like, even there he's fine, but, like, just in real life, like, you see him, like, at, like, all these, like, events and everything, and, like, Mike Turner seems like a really fun guy. Yeah, Emily just doesn't want to play again. Yeah, and D... Well, see, I don't think losing... D would have picked 50 over the challenge. Like, I think she went on the challenge because she knew she wasn't going to be on 50. Like, I think it's, like, the reverse order there. Do you think you're a Game Borneo person? I don't know at this point. I think I would lean no. But, yeah, I'm not, like, 100%. Do you think a majority of these people being cut will be in the pool for... I think if they do another returning season, yeah, that's the trend. I would say it would obviously be a lot harder for them to make the cut. Because, again, this is essentially what happened with Game Changers, where, like, from Second Chance to Game Changers, a lot of the casting pool was essentially the same, but then just adding in... 1, adding in co-wrong people. 2, adding in, like, bigger names. Like, outside of that, the rest of the people were essentially second chance people that didn't make it on. Or some that did make it on, considering Varner and Sierra were there. There's no way they're bringing back Kelly Wigglesworth. Oh, 100%. Again, there's 100% of person 48 on the cast. Like, I'll be mind blown if there isn't. As of right now, obviously, Say is the front runner, but we'll see how things play out. Was Sarah Lucina counting for Cambodia? Actually, Sarah Lucina is actually one that, yeah, I don't think she was she? I think Sarah, like, my guess with Sarah Lucina is that they want her for the Tony, like, rivalry. That was their intention there. And actually, to be fair, Sierra and Haley were not in the running either. But a lot of the other people that, like, actually, really, a lot of the people that didn't make the cut were second chance people, right? Like, I think the people that did make the cut were, what, Brad and Troyzan, right? But, like, people that didn't make the cut, like, you had, like, I know Sabrina was supposedly in the casting mix. Chelsea Meisner was someone in the running for second chance, didn't make it on, and also in the running for Game Changers. Alexis Maxwell, LJ, John Cody, Jatia, who else? John Mish, Josh Cantfield, who else? I don't know, a lot of those sort of people, like, were in the mix for both and didn't really make it in. I don't think it was because of Tony. I think they legitimately liked LJ. Again, LJ was almost on second chance. Like, he was at casting files for second chance. Like, I think they just legitimately liked him. Which, not great now. And she was not in the running, I don't believe, for a Game Changer. She was only in the running for second chance. Same thing with, like, Michaela Wingle. And, like, T-Bird. I don't know who else. Actually, T-Bird, I think T-Bird said she got a call. But I don't think she made it deep into the process, though. That's when the first boo of Maze Race 38. I mean, yeah. That's all by the way, also, I've not followed Maze Race 38 spoilers either. I've literally just seen what I saw last stream, and that's it. Well, I think Jeff's crying in the preview. I mean, clearly something Evo related. I mean, it's essentially spoiled. It's something Eva related. I don't know what exactly it is. Obviously, I don't know if she like reveals to everybody she has autism, and that's like a big moment. I don't know if she's like, um, actually, I don't know because it happens at the mat, right? It clearly happens on the mat. So I don't know. Could CBS mandate a Mike White return? I mean, would Mike White say yes? Like, it has to be like from both like ends. But yeah. If they want Mike White, like they could like tell Jeff, hey, try to get Mike White. But obviously you can't like force Mike White on. Oh, and then were some weird second chance people that didn't get on? Well, like from you're talking about with like Survivor Second Chance, or are we talking about with 50? We're talking about with Survivor Second Chance. It's like again, like Angie was in the running, Jatia. Who else? I mean, there's a little like it's still there, right? Actually, no, that was before Inside Survivor, wasn't it? But there's still like like Redmond was leaking the cast back then. I'll see if I can find the picture. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's the voting pool. So that's when it got narrowed down. Where's the initial list? But we have like a list of people that like Redmond said were at casting finals. Oh no, maybe this is the list. Is this the list? Because it has Angie on it. Oh, this is the list. Okay, yeah, this is the list. Yeah, I think that's because who wasn't in the so yeah, Greg was there but turned it down, but like he had to turn it down because of work obligations by the end. Then yeah, like who else was in here that was on the ballot? Hayden, which I don't remember what happened with Hayden. I think he claims he turned it down. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Cliff Robinson was in the. I forgot about that. Cliff Robinson was in the running. Yeah, John, Cody, Jatia, Angie, Chelsea Meisner. Oh, Natalie Bolton also. Which yeah. Yeah, this is like what was. This is again like coming into the fan vote for 31. This is what we saw. Like we know these people were in the running. Like this is where like Redmond made a name for himself at this point. Was through this. I mean, like I think he was around. I think he leaked the 30 cast if I remember right. Yeah, Natalie Bolton got cut. Yeah, I think with Cass it was just like they didn't know for sure if she was on or not, but they had heard her name. I feel like if Natalie Bolton made the ballot, she wouldn't have been voted in. Probably not. I mean, it's wait, who are the people on the ballot? It was Mike, Max Dawson, Carolyn Rivera, Shireen, and Joe. So that's yeah. So it lines up. It's the three that were on. It's all of them that were on the ballot. Do I think Edric Sting should be on 50? No, at this point. I'd be very surprised. I mean, like I think it like there's a potential of it being a fan vote, but like even then, I doubt it. This was Monica Padilla over Natalie Bolton. Essentially, actually, I believe Natalie. Actually, I think with 30, I think 34 she got cut. I think 31 she dropped out at the last second, if I remember right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 31 was the one that she dropped out by the end, but she was in the mix originally. Which I don't know if it's like work obligations or like something family related happened. I don't know. Because that's what happened with Greg. Like Greg was in the running and then he had to drop out because of work. But yeah. Is Abby on 50? I think Abby's definitely in the running for 50. Like based on the way she's talking on podcasts, I feel like she's definitely in the running. And like also Redmond now knows 2 Philippines people. So, yeah, I think she's definitely in the running. Thoughts on Bounty versus Baron? I mean, like, again, I think it's bad, but, like, I mean, like, every non-limb is bad to where it's probably not the most egregious non-limb. I think it's like overly complicated. It's either Malcolm or Penner. It's also a returning player. Not necessarily a player that started on Philippines, but it is a person who is now a returning player that was on Survivor Philippines. So it's either Abby, Penner, or Malcolm. It's two of the three. Because like the other ones are Scoopin and Russ Swan, which I don't think Russ Swan would be in the running, and Scoopin. So, what if these Bowden eras? I mean, like Redmond still says that he hasn't heard a theme, and like we would know that, like, again, the season's called In the Hands of the Fans, right? So like, would they do a casting theme on top of that? I'm not sure. Hope it's Penner Abby. I actually hope it's Malcolm over Penner. Especially because I think Malcolm's more likely to cat. Like, I think Penner probably gets cut if he's in the run. Or like, I think Malcolm probably makes it on. Where I think Malcolm is a big enough name. I don't know if Penner's a big enough name. From a CBS point of view. It is, again, like, no one credible, I should say, is hearing about Rick Devens. But also, it feels like it should be obvious that Rick Devens should be in the running. So, if Rick Devens isn't on, I feel like it's from his point of view. Where, like, it must be a thing of he has, like, some family thing come up. He has, like, a work thing and, like, that stops him. Like, I think it would be from his point of view. Where, like, I don't think he would turn it down, like, naturally. And I obviously think production would want him. Cedric and Tyshawn are on a Family Feud. Thank God. It's just what I needed. Do we need a Malcolm 4.0 over Penner? Like, it would also be a Penner 4.0. I would rather see Malcolm play New Era than Penner. Again, like, Penner's going to be a... Like, I love Penner. Great character. He's not going to know what the fuck he's doing. Like, I think Malcolm at least has actual potential to play the game. Like, I don't think Penner has, like, really any potential in New Era to be playing the game. Like, I think Penner's probably one of the first few boots if he's on 50. Where I can see it being a spot where, like, he just, like, is such an outcast. And also, like, not in the, like, alumni, like, mix at all. Where, like, I don't know how many connections he's going to have coming in this season. Like, I'm leaning towards 18, but that's not any, like, there's nothing credible about number of people. My guess would be 18 based on the way that Jeff is talking now. Yeah, probably not looking good for Sydney. Obviously, I think probably looking good for Ty. Possibly looking good for, like, Aubrey if she is the other co-wrong person in the running. What am I meant to be doing? Legitimately, what am I meant to be doing? Think you could do 150? Probably not win. I could see worlds where Q is, like, one of the first two boots. I could see Q being, like, merge boot. I don't really see Q winning or making it that deep, but don't know. Dondi AU is happening? Is that really a thing? Like, why?
If you're looking for Annie, she's up by the schoolhouse trying to raise the old bell.
Okay, is that what I'm meant to be doing? Yeah, me personally, I do not need to see Aubrey play again ever. I'm good. But based on the caliber of names that we're hearing, and that there's 3 co-wrong people, I feel like Aubrey's the most likely for that third slot. We're again, it's obviously Ty and Sydney, I think we're the 2. Before that, I think Aubrey makes sense as the other one. Because I think Andy could do well on 50. I think they have similar, like, reputations. Actually, kind of. Like, I think Andy's probably more of a threat than Q. Where I think Q is, like, more like Coach. To where, like, I don't know if anyone's, like, threatened necessarily by Q, like, on the offset. It's more so just the fact that he's, like, such an unreliable ally that I think would make people worried.
Over here. I'm sorry. You've known Pax for how long?
Okay. What am I meant to be doing? I'll talk to her.
Almost 5 years?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're best friends.
Pax
Oh, I have to hold. Fuck me.
5 years.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna
Good to hear that.
All female final 5 on BB Quebec. Well, that's something.
No.
I don't have many of those.
What's the bell for?
Early warning system.
That's happened on, well, Survivor, I guess.
Old school.
Has it happened on Big Brother? Probably not, right?
We can't seem to get
All all women final.
Did you find your
Yes, that's
things?
one way to
Not
put it.
yet.
Wait, what is the most? Final 3 I know for sure has happened. Has a final 4 all women?
Is. You know how anxious she gets around people.
I don't remember.
You're lucky to have a friend like that one.
Sai.
Imagine a reverse 40 where all new era people get voted out first. I mean, would not be that shocking at this point. How'd Say do on 50? As of right now, probably not well, but we'll see. We'll see. I think there'll be another returnee. Like, what are you talking about? Like big returnee season? Like not second chance, probably. But I think there'll be like a second chance caliber returning season in between, if I were to guess.
Go on then.
Yeah, I don't know about the next 50 giraffe. Like my initial idea was like right before the cast comes out, but also I feel like we're actually gonna be hearing stuff like relatively soon. Like as in like maybe end of next month. So like maybe we should do it like really beginning of next month.
Let's go, Belle.
Let's cast leak for 50. Speculation would be insane. I think, yeah, BB6 I knew was final. Oh no, wait, I'm an idiot. It was final 4 in BB6. I love all the BB6 was the one I was thinking of the final 3, but I generally forgot that was final 4 also.
Sai, come in.
Oh yeah, that's so fucking stupid. Fuck the Dondi banker.
Body strength.
Fucking Christy Teigen, right? The wife of John Legend. I think that's really the main thing I know her for. Yeah, what a shit like reveal. Returning season after 50 will probably have winners on it. Maybe? Depends. Depends on like what their idea is with this. Like what they're like how they're feeling about like them having to do big names right now.
Sorry. Do a sweet stunt. Watch this.
You'll break your neck. Why can't you just...
So like I feel like obviously they would want like Marianne and like Jam Jam and some of these other people, but I also feel like they would want to bring back a lot of these more second chance sort of people. She's friends with Troyzan. Oh yeah, Troyzan. Yeah, Troyzan's Sports Illustrated. She's a Sports Illustrated model. I believe she also was a former Dondi model, right? Which is like why, like the connection they're bringing up of why she's there. But like, yeah, like I knew that Troyzan like was a photographer for her.
That's a promise I can neither make nor keep.
Like I knew that back in the day. Like I remember like when he was on Game Changers. I remember that was the thing talked about. Was that, oh, he's like for
Not pick up a troll.
he's like done photo shoots with like Chrissy Teigen and stuff, but
But we did pick up patrol yesterday.
I did forget about it like up until now.
This is totally unfair.
Want to be Jordan? Yeah, me too. I think that's the better way to do it. It's looking like CBS. So again, the news of 50 is that it's looking like CBS is telling production to get big names, and we're looking at a world now where like it's looking like less than half of the cast is gonna be New
You
Era.
heard what Annie said. Both of us are on pickup patrol. You're not allowed to.
And by big names, I'm assuming they mean multi-time player. Like I'm worried for Sean Rector at this point. I don't think this is good for Sean
Her
Rector.
name is Mom. You can keep playing as long as we pick up.
Rob's weird just because again we haven't really heard his name. But also I don't know if they consider Rob a big name. Like Rob C, obviously.
You always win. That's only because I'm braver than you.
Where's he Logan or Karin going? Next.
You just
Like
decide
the next two, probably.
I don't know. It's not hard.
That was gonna be Sofia Vergara.
You're already brave.
Where's that relationship at right now? Like her and Joe. Like are they in good standing?
Just a swing. You're not gonna die. But Mom said. Abuela Annie says a lot.
Imagine CBS forced Survivor to do a 39-day season. Yeah, that's not happening.
I'm not afraid of ghosts. I know you're not. Which is
I mean, CBS probably wants the 26-day more than
Oh,
Jeff does.
It's a miracle.
I mean, it's not bad for Sean if New Era people. Well, yeah, but like also it's like he's not a big name though. Like if CBS is mandating we want big names, then like Sean Rector's not a big name.
Take my frustrations out.
Like they're gonna pick like Colby, Jerry. I guess if we're specifically talking men, again, I think like actually really we don't know many men, do we? From old school. Like I feel like we know a lot of women. But like in terms of men, I think we only know what Colby. Like yeah, if we're going like big names, I think like Malcolm. I don't think Dominic's making the cut at this point. Coach, but again, Coach is probably cut, or like it seemed like he was cut at a point at least.
the rest of them out. They'll be fine.
if you guys could do 14 days like AU vs. World, they would. I mean, I think they would still want it to have enough content for 14 episodes. Like 13 to 14 episodes. Again, there's a World of Penners on. I would put more money on Malcolm, but it's probably either him or Malcolm. They're in the running, and then after that, will they make the cut? I don't know if Penner makes the final cut. If he is in the running. I think Malcolm does, but I don't think Penner does.
I'm just messing with you.
I guess from a Howie Mandel like connection, I guess. I thought the AE twist was bad, but like it's not the most egregious thing in the world. But it's essentially just like doing Mergatory.
Most of us orphans with free reign to roam.
Yeah, I doubt CBS cares about Rob C. and Fishback that much. To be fair though, they were in the running for Amazing Race. It's like they were at least like interested in them to have them in the running for Amazing Race. So Redmond still has not heard all names. Redmond's still the same spot we were at last year, which is probably like 35 out of the 50-ish. Like somewhere around there. Or like 35-ish of the 50. But also Redmond's heard about people getting cut, though. I feel like AJ, Karin, Kate, Morgan, Zara, Bounty Tribe are winning. Oh, are they? I kind of felt the opposite. Because I kind of felt like the other tribe has like Kaylin, Paulie, Logan, who's pretty good at challenges. Like the other tribe's actually pretty decent challenge-wise. Still no Millennium Jack's name.
What's that sound?
There's 3 co-wrong people. One man.
Oh, the ghosts are back.
Was it 1 man, 2 women? Or am I mixing that with another season? I think it had to be 1 man, 2 women because I think that's how I confirmed tie, isn't it? Because I feel like I wouldn't be locked in tie if I didn't hear that.
Shoot, where is it?
To be fair, I would be pretty confident, but I would not like lock him in like I locked him in now. So I feel like I did hear probably 1 guy, 2 women. Don't need Colby, Jerry, or Stephanie on 50. I could do with or without. Like fine either way. There's other people I'd rather see back more.
To some, they were ghosts.
Yeah, I don't remember them doing Get a Grip on AU.
Evil spirits. But they
Like maybe they did it in like 2016?
They were just voices.
Actually, they definitely did it in 2016, didn't they? Because I feel like I remember Brooke on it.
What they were.
And I think Kylie won it, actually. I think I remember that now.
And
I feel like it was like Kylie and Brooke were at the end, then Brooke like threw it to Kylie or something like that.
I needed my little magic box. The meme. And this wasn't the first time I'd left it in our...
Oh, would he throw the challenge to get Logan out?
Our castle.
I don't know if I see Keelan as like a challenge throwing guy. I could be wrong.
Ziggy, are you out there? Z, come on, you brat. Stop playing games.
Yeah, I think that's my first instinct. It's Ty and Sydney for sure, and then I think Aubrey, depending on like what their interest level still is, and then like a chance of like Debbie and Julia Sokolowski, but I think it's probably Aubrey. Canadians are going to poll. Yeah, it's like yeah. What was the election for? Like I saw there's going to be like an election, but I didn't bother looking into it. Is it for Trudeau's replacement, or is that Ray decided?
Say the worst thing.
I'm not. Again, I don't think Joe's in the running.
I'm not proud of it, but I was a kid.
What are you doing? Hello? Have you seen my meme? I know I left it out.
AU edit's atrocious. I mean, it always has been. Next 50 was gonna have Edge of Extinction, Redemption Island, our Outcast. I feel like actually, it would kind of have to. Like, if they were gonna do it at this point, they're so late into the process. I feel like they would have to do a vote like that, right? Where like they know for sure there's gonna be some sort of returnee thing. Well, no, because Redemption Island necessitates a whole bunch of channels. There's no way to do Redemption Island.
Kid, I think I know where to find Ziggy.
Was that?
USA 2, right? Oh no, wait, was he an alternate for challenge? There's a point where he was called for challenge. I don't think he was an alternate for challenge, right? He was like called for challenge but didn't make it on the cast. I think it was USA 1 or 2, and then he was an alternate for Traders. Does Morgan have enough confessionals to have an opinion on her as a player? Not really. But I think Davey would be a good pick for challenge. I agree. I think it'd be much better for Traders or Survivor or Big Brother. Decided to call election less than 2 weeks after he got in to tackle tariff threat. Wait, was the vote for though? Would I ever do a video on the history of spoilers? Yeah, that's already on my list of video ideas. I don't know when I'll do it, but I do intend on doing it at some point.
I figured I'd find you here.
Yeah, I assume once like 50 stuff is done, I assume Jonathan's very likely to be on challenge. Well, I assume that that's the reason why he hasn't been on yet.
I'm sure you weren't expecting.
Genius Retrospect is really in limbo, to be honest. It's scheduled for July, but I really don't know.
Anyway.
So where I'm at right now, I'm working on these retrospectives. I'm really far behind. I'm prioritizing the BB6 one over the Genius one. But I would say definitely before the end of August.
I guess talking to me wasn't high on your list.
Next Big Brother video, like member wise or non-member wise? Member wise, like
talking to your sister?
a month or so. Non-member wise, like 2 months.
It's not worth your time.
I'm gonna rank every Survivor player. Yeah, I mean that's always been the plan. I'm doing it after 50. I'm trying 41. Cash dropped. I didn't forget Yeremy existed. No, I remembered Yeremy. I liked Liam and Yeremy. I thought they were fine. Yeah, BB Can 3 retrospective essentially is like why Sarah Hanlon sucks. I believe the ranking would change, but would I ever do a ranking of Survivor seasons based on how they're edited? I think it's tough because it's like, what are you assessing, I guess is the thing, right? Like you're assessing like just how balanced the edit is. Because like if that's the case, then it's like all the new era is like 1 through 7 probably, or at least probably like 42 on. Sorry, is like 1 through 6.
If we're gonna run a drug operation, the least we can do is protect ourselves from. It's not a drug operation. We're making medicine.
Jeremy's gonna be top 10 on the player ranking. I mean, we'll have to see. Maybe. Godfrey's number 1 on the player ranking. I mean, we'll have to see. I'll be honest. I recorded it a long time ago and I don't even remember it, but probably. I assume he is. But also, like, I don't think Godfrey's even that great. I think it's really a cast of like no one has that great of a game, but a lot of it's because how many twists were in play. But even says in the retrospective that's like Godfrey essentially plays a Dr. Will season 2 game, and like to be fair, probably better, like slightly better. Better. I guess it's like better, or worse in certain like in different like aspects of the game, but like I think at least like more consistent than Will's BB2 game, but also still not that great. It's still like, you know, bad. Like if he wins, like he's at best like middle of the road. I forget 75% of Amazing Race teams, but I don't remember recent teams I actually liked. Challenge All Stars. I am trying to remember what happened. We got a lot of turbo fighting, right? Well, I guess like people fighting with turbo. That was a fun like episode for fights and stuff. The challenge is really fucking lame, but that's whatever. Jennifer looks so similar to Parvati. I don't know if I get the sense she looks like Parvati. I feel like she sounds like Parvati. Like just the way she talks is just like so reminiscent of Parvati. I remember Joe and Ian, like I would not like if you were to like make me name like every team from that season, I would not be able to name Joe and Ian, but if you were like like asking me who Joe and Ian is, I remember them. They were like this like kind of physical like gay couple that I thought was gonna do really well, and then they didn't. They were just like kind of middle of the road. And they were also like bickering too, right? Top 4 teams in Race 16. Dan and Jordan, right? You got Brett and Kate. Is that their names? That one like pageant girl that was like known for making a dumb comment. What were the firefighters' names? Louis and Michael and Louis. Is that their names? I thought it is Kate. Isn't it like Kate, but like spelt weird? Isn't it like Caite?
Code to be played, the game is played through code and circuits and electricity. We make the game, we play the game, we see the game, I see it, all the bits are racing around and around and around and around. The game
Is it Katie? I could have sworn it was Kate. But like just spelt weird. There's no way it's Katie spelt like that. It definitely has a C. Like there's no fucking way that is the way she spells her name. I'm 100% she spells her name with a C.
I can dig into the code, I can see the lines of the code, and I can see that it's rigged.
Let's see.
The game is up, they can't fool me because I play the game.
Dude, I'm fucking right. It is fucking Kate. I'm fucking right. It is. It's Caite. It's Kate. You're still wrong. It's Kate. It's not Katie. It's Kate. I'm fucking right. Like, I was pretty confident it was Kate, just spelt weird. No, Lexicon is a big name for 50? Probably not. But don't know. But yeah, I don't even remember who the other team is. Even though I literally just looked at the 16 cast, even then didn't even pay attention to look who was second place. Wait, what am I meant to be doing here? Like, what's this? The game is rigged, that is true. But yeah. But it's 50 gonna suck. I'm not feeling good, but I don't think it's like doomed.
Code to be played, the game is played through code and circuits and electricity. We make the game, we play the game, we see the game, I see it, all the bits are racing around and around and around and around.
What are you talking about? Like, I literally said it was Caite. It is still Kate's.
The game isn't fair. It's not meant to be fair, even though I can shape and reshape and build it and build
Hey,
and build it.
I know you can hear me.
Is this what I'm meant to be doing? This is really dumb.
I can dig into the code, I can see the lines of the code, and I can see that it's
Cool. What great gameplay. Again, this is such a masterpiece.
I'm really sorry.
But yeah, since last stream I did finish the BB Can retrospective. Which actually ended up being shorter than the BB Can 2 one. Which is surprising. Not by much, like a couple minutes, but still.
And please say something.
Kind of surprised this game. Like, actually, with BB Can 3, I feel like there was a lot of... Oh, it's a giant cord. I forgot. That's pretty apt. Yeah, fuck giant cord.
Wait, you actually think I
but
ran away?
yeah, the BB Can 3 retrospective. I feel like there was a lot of like big topics to talk about, but like there's a lot less like I don't know, like events to talk about within the season. Like it's more so like, oh, okay, you have to stop down and talk about like triple eviction, the concept of triple eviction, talk about like all these dumb twists that fucking happen. But I think there's a lot less like and like a lot of it's because like a lot of it was on the show, and then when it comes to live feeds, like a lot of stuff just happens that doesn't matter. Yeah, they're homophobic. But yeah. And I think because it's so hectic, it actually like makes it so I have less to talk about because I'm not going to bother talking about all the shit that happened that didn't matter. They're cool boys. Isn't enough to hate them. I mean, I guess.
It's another con.
Please.
Yeah, I finished that video. I also finished the Jeff Probst's favorite episode video, which was longer than I was like. I saw the raw audio was like 55 minutes, which I was thinking, oh, this is like a short video, and it turned out it was like 40 minutes or whatever. But whatever. Yeah, I did see that. Like that was in the Redmond's Discord thing that people were talking about how like Colby unfollowed Trump recently, which don't know what that really means. Like anything. Like I don't think I don't think that really means anything for 50. Like I don't think like I think they're willing to put conservatives on 50. I think it's like when you like spread hateful messaging and stuff, that's when they're gonna stop. But like in terms of just people that are like just Trump supporters, I don't think they're gonna stop. They're not gonna like not put you on. Again, we literally had Sue last season, who's like a massive MAGA person.
We're leaving the Republic. What?
It's beef with Mark Burnett now. I mean, Colby has beef with Jeff.
No, Pax, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is pretty funny. I forgot the team that actually like is the most notable team of the season.
that. There's no.
Thank God they didn't win. But then again, too fair, if they did win, we probably wouldn't have seen them ever again. So maybe they should have won.
Clinging to the past, you'd see that.
You're the one living in your childhood bedroom, hiding out in our pretend castle, holding onto my meme like it's some sort of good luck
With-
charm.
Fuck you. Go away.
I mean, even then, it's not spelt that way. Okay, let's see.
Carolina.
I competed at Miss Teen.
Brent and Katie. Dating models from
Okay, it is. I guess it is Katie, but still not spelt like Katie.
Dare you say that to my face? What kind of life did you have in Pacifica?
I want Kobe back to see if him and Jeff still have beef. I mean, like, he did as of last year.
Damn, to survive another
That's
day.
why I didn't think Kobe would be on, because like Kobe was literally talking about how like Jeff hates him now. Jeff was super funny. I don't know his favorite videos. Wait. Oh yeah, it's like I think like when it comes to Jeff's favorite episodes, I do think a lot of them are premieres or finales, right?
I'd be more than happy to.
Like if you again, obviously he's never doing this, so this doesn't fucking matter. But like if you were to like actually sit down with Jeff and say, hey, what's your favorite episode? I think most of the time he would say the premiere or the finale.
In your room, is that?
Doesn't Margie and Luke? Don't. I don't know. They're kind of whatever. I think there's moments where they don't come off great,
You lie about running
and they also have like
You
some
came back.
yeah like racial things that are weird, like Keisha and Jen, right?
Fine, take it. I don't need it.
But like I think like inherently they're like endearing, but like not great by the end of it. I'm we never got confirmation on D being like MAGA or anything. I think it's just assumed considering she's like she's Cuban from Miami, which is like now a very like a very conservative like area. But again, there's no like proof on anything.
Although I can't imagine.
Kobe's a waste of slot. I agree for most part.
Echoes are long.
I think, yeah, if this is a world where we have had like a billion returnee seasons recently, I'll be fine with it. I think the fact that we haven't had so many, and there's so many people to bring back, and we're like taking a spot on Kobe, I think that's a shame. But yeah, we'll see.
So, we'll be set for life, kid.
Want Rob and Corey on? I assume they will be on. My favorite's almost never the finale for a reason. Me too. I mean, like my favorite's very rarely the finale or premiere. I think I'm more actually. I think there's more premieres that I like more than finales. Because I remember, like, I think my Millennium Gen X, I might have picked the finale. Actually, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did go $1 Million Gamble, the Rock Draw episode. But Edge of Extinction, I'm pretty sure I said the finale. Was there another one? Okay, maybe I haven't picked as many as I thought. I don't know. Kobe's not confirmed, it's just that we know they're going for big names now. And we know Kobe's essentially confirmed to be in the running. What is this? I don't know what any of this means. Cool. But like now that we know that they're going for big names, it seems very likely that they like a big name is Kobe. Like he literally was like the most popular like Survivor player up until Rupert.
I thought I'd made that clear.
Ladies, chill. We're not.
Yeah, I think I do remember that now that Dee did like
Because I still have
confirm that she's not.
Soon as we're gone.
No, you
Like
don't
we got
want
Chris and John. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think that'd be cool.
And I'm fucking sick and
Justin,
tired of
Diana,
knocking
maybe.
that down.
I mean, they're still big in the community,
Standards
right?
of deviance.
Or like Justin
We're
is,
not
I
gonna
should
let
say.
you turn us into degenerate monsters.
Trey's finale is the worst finale ever. I assume this recent season. It's not great. I don't think it ruins the entire season, but it's not good. Like they want new era representation for every season. I don't think they do at all. I don't think they give a shit. Especially now, knowing that like it's the majority of the cast is gonna be new era. It's not like they're gonna go one person from each season. Like I don't think they care.
What's eating her?
Like I think they're just gonna pick who they want to pick. If it turns out that way, then sure. But like even then, like I would doubt anyone from 41 or 45 are making it at this point. Which is weird considering 45 is obviously like, you know, pretty popular cast. I feel like they love the 45 cast, but like with this like need for big names, like I don't know who from 45 is making it. Especially considering we've heard very little about 45 even before this. Like really the only person we knew about was Sabaya. You know what's about Oric today? Well, that's cool. Let me see if one of those babies that... Actually, that'd be funny. If someone named Colby, like named after Colby, got on. I think Jeff did very much like 45.
You don't stand a chance against me and my meme, man. Let's go, Echo. It's just me.
I mean, they like 45 and 46 pretty equally, from what we've heard. But they love both of them, and yeah, they essentially just love both of them.
There's no escaping Pax Dustborn, a born ghostbuster.
I think the problem with 45 though is that, again, Dee's a winner obviously, and is on the challenge either way. Austin can't be on, assumedly, because of his connection to the family. Caleb's probably not a big enough name. Sabaya's not a big enough name. Emily doesn't want to be on. Like, yeah, I don't know who's on at that point. Am I confident Joe winning? Not really. I mean, I think it's like he's the most likely, but it's not like I'm like, oh my god, like lock it in. Like I feel way more confident about Miles winning AU than Joe winning 48. I don't think Drew or Katura are big names. Drew's weird because like we haven't heard a single thing about. Well, actually, we haven't heard a single thing about anybody 45 outside. Like literally, Redmond only knows one 45 name. It's essentially Sabaya. And at this point, more than likely Sabaya's cut. But yeah, when it comes to like Drew and Katura, like Redmond doesn't know them at least. Drew himself has said that he wasn't called, but also Drew could be lying.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Oh fuck me.
You're busted, ghost. Now you get
Want Zach Nichols on All-Stars for 6? Sure.
What
Why
are you
not?
doing under there?
I don't expect it, but I would like to see it.
Where are they coming from?
Yeah, if Emily wanted to be on, I think she would be on. But seeing Emily on Blow in the Clock Tower, like, really makes me want to see Emily play again. It'll probably go complete shit. Like, to be honest, I think Emily probably got her, like, best case scenario in 45, based on, like, how we're, like, seeing her play, like, these other games. But it would be fun.
No ghost messes with my little sister.
I think that's the rumor, right? Is that Zach and Jenna broke up? Looks like Coral's on. Or again, like technically I don't believe All-Star 6 is even confirmed. But like Mark Long's doing a lot, right? A lot of pushing, and they got Coral to record that video, which like why would she do that unless she's on, I feel like. And also he was like talking about how like another he just got like another woman to like agree to go or whatever, which like old school woman that hasn't been on the show in 20 years. Just like don't know who that is, but
Are you okay? Can you hear me?
they not break up? That's a shame. I mean, Evelyn's not 20 years ago, right? Well, Evelyn's like, what, 14 years ago?
They're gone. Are you okay?
Rivals was 2011, right?
What happened?
So yeah, it's like 14 years ago.
Never seen that before.
I think it's likely probably like, I don't know, like, what, Julie is a person. I know people are like talking about Keena. I could see it being Keena. Who else was there? I know there were like a couple other names floating around.
Of course, I'm not gonna go soft on you, even if you were almost eaten by a demon.
Svetlana. Yeah, Svetlana is someone to mention.
Let's go. Mom's will be
Especially like she was almost on All Stars 2, right? And then dropped out the last second.
1, 2.
Have you been here running for Heroes of Villains? We don't know. But again, Colby, Jerry, Stephanie, Sri are definitely in the running. Coach was in the running. Who knows if he still is? It would be so funny if this is all Coach trolling and he actually is on 50. Like he literally goes on podcast to bash Jeff Probst just to be on 50. Because again, Redmond has not heard that Coach is out. Like we only are assuming Coach is out because of how he's been acting. Yeah, I'd like to see Ace come back. I thought he was a fun enough character on All Stars 4. I mean, I think they've very much been hinting at Survivor SA coming back. To where I think next year is my guess.
Really necessary? You saw what happened.
Imagine that final four: Coach Q, Angelina, Carolyn, Jamie Murray. I mean, I think it was implied it was a woman, but also, oh, what else is Jamie Murray doing nowadays?
After Rosa passed, things took a turn for the worse.
They got traders call and decide fuck it. Yeah, and that's the thing too.
It's almost as if she
Because that's the speculation too, right? Is that he's gonna be on traders.
without her.
You're not ghosts, Mom.
But yeah, from Redmond, I believe like he's still like I haven't seen any updates since then. That like Redmond said the only names he's heard about traders are Kaser and Tyson.
Feel them. I hear the whispers, and they're evil.
Sarah Rice and Susie. Well, if it could be Susie, but would Susie be convincing though? Like Susie, like wants to be on, doesn't she?
I hope that's not true. Ziggy worries enough as it
Yeah, that could be a thing that they cut him and then CBS is like, hey, we want big names, and they were like, hey, we want you back. Oh, is it starting that soon? I knew it was starting like I knew it was like in the preseason for Traders Quebec. I didn't realize it was starting that soon.
That's not why I
Ooh, really? Well, Nuff's gonna start SA this week. That's interesting. That wasn't even on my radar.
With the past. It's not like I didn't try talking to
Tyson's on Traders. I mean, Redmond has heard Tyson's name for Traders. Not that he's necessarily on, but he's heard his name. I think it'll be all newbies. I would be very surprised if they do returnees again for SA.
I don't know what else to say.
Worst case have been since BB22. He was on BB25. You don't remember? He recorded the iconic intro to the pressure cooker.
Like Fred. This was never
It's funny because he literally like campaigned for it, right? It wasn't gonna be like he wasn't like they weren't gonna have a host or whatever, and then like Kaser was like, hey, I want a host, and they brought him in. You want BB25? Well, that's your issue.
Things will return to normal.
Yeah, what's new? Okay, well, what's the most streamlined way of saying this? Redmond's been hearing cuts. They're all new era. Looking like 50 is going to be majority non-new era. And that supposedly CBS is putting their foot down and being like, hey, we want big names. That's essentially the like spot that we're at. He was doing a political podcast? I didn't know he was doing a political podcast, but that makes sense. Did see a streamer who's watching Samoa randomly got gifted, even though it wasn't in the stream. That's interesting. Probably get shut down. I mean, like, are they big? I guess it matters if you're big or not. I am not actually happy about that, because especially because I would be happy about majority not new era if it was not the big names. Like if it was like second chance sort of people from pre-new era, that's awesome. I think that's really cool. The fact that like the big names part, I think very, and like considering all the names we've been hearing about also very much implies like it's almost going to be all returning players. 1,000 followers isn't that much. Like Laced Up Lauren didn't get caught. She has like what, like I don't even know how much she has, but definitely way more than that. I mean, yeah, Colby, Jerry, Stephanie, Suri, Coach was maybe in the running at a point. Abby Maria, Malcolm / Penner, 1 to 2. I bet on Malcolm, but it could be Penner. Who else? Ty, Aubrey, probably. Again, that's not locked in, but like a co-wrong woman for like, I feel like it's probably Aubrey. We haven't heard a single thing about Andrea. Yeah, Tasha, yeah. Again, it's like, I don't want these people. Like, I'm worried about Sean Rector at this point. I'm worried about, like, Sydney. I'm worried about, like, even, like, Angelina. I don't know if Angelina's a big enough name for them. I mean, imagine Banu. Was the odds for number one in the odds is Miley Cyrus's sister. That's kind of funny. Aubrey Bracco's that high. Interesting. I've not heard a single thing about Aubrey Bracco on Traders.
She's staying here.
Frankie Grande makes sense. Russell Hantz is on there. That's funny. Yeah, this is like very strange. Like, what a weird group. Wouldn't be opposed to it though.
Let's go.
What are they gonna bring? I thought it was a fine episode. I don't love the twist, but it's like, again, I think there's worse non-elims they could have done, but also it's just essentially mergatory.
So, what's your story, Theo?
Hey, what's going on?
Still looking for Ziggy.
Does Desi clear end zone Hall Brawl? I don't know. Is Desi someone that would do well in Hall Brawl? Yeah, that's also what they should have done. They should have done Robin Russell. That was a missed opportunity. Then again, like, there's a shot of Rob just being on the season anyway, right? Actually, wasn't someone implying Traders All-Stars? I forgot. That was the thing, right? Who was doing that, though? I saw someone imply, like, someone asked about Traders All-Stars. They answered, like, big eye, like, emoji thing. I don't know who that was, though. So, like, I don't know where that came from. So, like, I don't know, Season 5 might be All-Stars. That wouldn't, like, shock me. Especially because we know Season 5 is supposedly filming this year, right? So, like, if they do a newbie season, then All-Star season? Like, that seems plausible. Yeah, was it Reality Fan? Yeah. I knew it was somebody. I don't know if it was Reality Fan. I don't know if it was, like, something more Traders related. I've not seen... I haven't seen Amazing Race spoilers. Actually, I don't even remember. Did I even know who the second boot... Oh, yeah, I did know the second boots. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know the first two boots. I definitely know the first boot, for sure. Bananas versus Dan, I mean... Would Dan play again? I think is the bigger question. Yeah, she probably beats Kenny Clark. I think Desi could beat most women in Hall Brawl. Can she? I feel like Desi's smaller, isn't she? Like, she's, like, not small, but, like, she's, like, tall, but, like, she's not, like, bulky. Like, I feel like Michaela could probably beat, like, a lot of people in Hall Brawl. I don't know if Desi is the person that I would, like, bank on. But to be fair, it's, like, I think she probably beats, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I think she beats, like, probably a lot of people, but she wouldn't be, like, my number one pick, though. Trace also Season 4 is funnier. I mean, imagine a show did All-Stars this season. Well, actually, did fucking genius. But imagine any other show aside the Genius doing an All-Star season after 3 seasons.
Father of the Republic.
Tori beat 95% of women in Hall Brawl. Tori Deal, I assume we're talking about? I'd probably agree with that. I should beat Jenny. Who from Season 1 would even make Traders All-Stars? I mean, Sheree, right? Sheree's definitely there. Outside of that, it's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Are they bringing back, like, Andy for the, like, Sheree-Andy dynamic? Yeah, Rachel, actually. Kate, yeah. That's probably about it. I think they would primarily focus on Seasons 2 and 3, especially because I think those are the two more popular seasons.
Hey, Pax.
I think you would still try to keep it, like, the same sort of, like, layout, though, right? You'd still keep it, like, maybe, like, 3 to 4 survivors, like, 2 to 3 Big Brother, like, so you'd still have to, like, piece it together in that light, too, but, like, I feel like Sheree's definitely making it on. Reza would be cool. I think Reza would be cool. I would say the main criticism of this game so far is there's no, like, objective markers and no, like, prompts to where, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm meant to be doing. And that's the thing I need when on stream. That way I can not pay attention for the majority of it. Bianca. I think Bianca's probably my number one pick to be boot. Like, I think if that tribe goes to tribal, I would assume Bianca goes home. Let's see. Yeah, I think from that tribe, Bianca. I think from the Eva Star tribe, probably Charity or Star, right? Because Eva and David are definitely long term. Who's the other person there that I'm missing? Oh, Mary. But Mary's good. So yeah, I think it's Charity or Star. Probably bet on Charity? Maybe? I don't know. Who would I bet on? Yeah, Mitch and Cedric I don't think are going after each other. And they obviously have Chrissy. So, yeah. Yeah, Poverty Rob, I think would be on Suri, and then, like, who's the other survivor from what we've gotten so far? Would they bring back Sandra? Actually, that would really be insane. Actually, they could get the entire Mount Rushmore. the Suri Parvati. I mean, like, I doubt they'll bring back Tony. I don't feel like Tony's like a big enough name from Traders to bring back. But they could bring back like literally the who's who. Yeah, Cedric definitely feels like split tribal. That makes a lot of sense. I did not love the auction because I think the point of the auction for me is the bidding and that sort of thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world. But I did not like the change. What am I meant to be doing, legitimately? Okay, cool. I definitely know what all this is. Okay, what the fuck is this? Oh yeah, Carolyn definitely be there, yeah. Yeah, so they probably can't get the who's who of Survivor. Yeah, then Daniel Reyes is probably there. Yeah, who are the other Big Brother people? Because I don't think Dan's saying yes. I don't know if they're like clamoring to bring back Derek. I guess Brittany. Yeah, I guess you have Brittany and Danielle again, don't you? I think that's like, that would be a good dynamic again. And I guess Rachel at that point. When's AJ going out? I don't think anytime soon. I think like Final 6 is the first point where I'll be like worried about him, I think. Like, I think he makes like... Actually, really, I think like Final 5 actually maybe is how I should be thinking about it. Because I think that's finale week is Final 5, right? I think he makes finale week. Because like he's just such a main character at this point that I don't know what the show is without him. Well, I think Rachel's more so a thing of like, I think you would want some season 1 representation. But to be fair, we're also not considering like season 4 yet. Imagine Kaser on Traders All Stars. What am I doing? Like, what is the point of this? This is like what is any of this? I actually genuinely, I think I like Tori now more than Kara, which is funny. I think I like Kara throughout her challenge career more, but like I thought Tori was pretty good this last season. Is that something? I mean, I think Kate or Morgan are gone soon, right? I think, like, if I were to guess, like, I would say, like, next boot is one of Logan or Karin. Probably Logan. Then after that, I think it's probably one of Kate and Morgan. And then after that's probably Karin or something like that. Or I think there's no way that Karin and Miles both actually get the final 3 together.
Yo, Theo.
I'm here.
Cool. Like, why is the thing buzzing though? Paulie getting voted out? I mean, Paulie could get voted out soon too. I don't know where he's going in the edit too. I think it's pretty clear this way. Like, he's crying over something Eva related. Like, Eva essentially spoiled that it is like something autism related with Eva. And also, you could also hear Eva crying. Like, you can hear her in the spot where like Jeff is crying. So like, it's clearly something Eva related. I don't know what exactly it is though. Again, Challenge also was good. A lot of fighting. And good to see Turbo do something on this season. I can't wait to do the Turbo thing in my review. It's gonna be a lot of work, but we'll see how that plays out. Imagine Jeff Probst knew who Paulie was. I don't remember a time where Jeff is legit. Like, he cried, I believe, like a tear when during Brenda Lowe's family visit in Caramoan, which is like such a random point to be crying about. But like, I think that's the only time I can remember Jeff crying. Oh, I forgot she is on Traders, isn't she? Audrey from Survivor, right? Survivor Quebec. Well, yeah, I mean, I think you would assume she would be, but also like it feels like it would be so obvious that she would be. Oh, it's this thing that it's wanting me to do, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I remember now. Should would never let sexual harassment happen unlike sorority. What do you mean? That's like the MO of Challenge. Legitimately, Challenge like has to be the most incompetent like production team in like all of reality TV, right? Like maybe you could like argue like Beast Games or like Squid Games or whatever, which were both fucking train wrecks. But at least those had like 1,000 people or whatever, like a whole bunch of people. Like Challenge just like sucks with like a normal grouping of people. Okay, dude, fuck off. Wait, am I... I'm so confused. Wait, how's this meant to work then? Like, it's not moving quick enough to follow it. Okay, what the fuck is this? Oh, I forgot about Insight Season 2. I didn't watch it. I don't know if I care enough either. Yeah, we're already talking about Christian making a cameo. Or did he make another cameo? Did he make a cameo in tonight's episode? Because I haven't watched that yet. I did watch the episode from last week, like, on, what was it, Friday? Oh yeah, I watched Nora. Actually, Sorko's not here, is he? To talk about Nora. But I liked it. I thought it was very good. I rate it a 5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Do I actually think it's a 5 out of 5? But I think it's very, very good. The challenge get canceled forever if Golf Ball killed Olivia. I think it's not looking good. I think Nora is the type of movie that if I watched this back when I was like really into film, I would fucking adore this movie. Like I would probably like be claiming this is like one of my favorite movies of all time or something. I think it's good. I think there's like some... I think I would have cut down the film a bit more. The fact that it's like 2 hours and 12 minutes, it did not need to be that fucking long. And I think there's definitely points that I can like say, I don't know if this needs to be there. I think but outside that, I think it's like a very... like I think the themes of the movie are really strong. And something that I don't know... I can't remember a movie that like has tackled like the effects of like objectification in that way. And maybe there is, and I'm just not thinking of it. But I do like it. I do like what, like, thematically it's saying. And obviously Mikey Madison's performance is really fucking good. Also, Igor, is that his fucking name? His performance is really good too. Okay, what am I meant to be doing here? Legit, like, how does this work? Because if I let that go, it doesn't do it. So it's like... Dude, this is so stupid. How are you meant to do this? Substance is better? I mean, yeah, I haven't watched it yet. Oh yeah, that sequence is great. I think it's fun. Like, I think the part that I'm more criticizing is, like, the part where they go to the courthouse in New York. The first, like... the part in New York and stuff, like, I think that did not need to be there. Like, why the fuck are we wasting, like, 10 minutes on this? Like, when, like, you're just gonna, like, they can't fucking get divorced in New York anyway, and then they have to fucking fly to LA, or the Las Vegas to do it anyway. It's like, why do we need to go to the fucking courthouse in New York then? Challenge, sucks at perfecting challenges. I mean, yeah, I think they're very, like, I don't know, incompetent at, like, safety related things, like both in obviously the sense of the challenges and also in terms of like checking people before the season. Like the fact that like we literally got like what was that, like a 6-7 season stretch of like someone turned out to be pregnant on the show. It's like, that is insane. Like, how did that happen? That's a very funny scene. I mean, yeah, but like that's also the thing with the kidnapping scene. Like, it's a very good scene. But it's like I do feel like the movie like still could have been a bit shorter. Also, like the entire like hunting for Ivan, that was his character's name, right? But like I get it though. Like that, like you kind of have to. I don't know if I would have had it be like that long in the movie, but like you have to have that sequence. But yeah, it's like I feel like it did go on like way too long. Wait, what? It's working now, or maybe I don't know. I don't get how this works. Oh, there? Okay, I have to be following or not. I don't know how this works. The CBS want bigger names, boost chances. No, I think it actually harms her. I don't think Shan's making it on. Shan is not a big enough name, I don't think. Especially because it's not like the casuals love Shan. Like, if she was loved by the casuals, then yeah. But I think that's essentially who they're talking about. It's like people that the casuals love. I don't think the casuals love Shan. What's about Island? Had Joe, David, Shaheen top 3. I don't know how you have Shaheen that high. Like, that's insane to me. But yeah, I thought this was a good appearance from Dario. Will Tori ever be back? No. I said she wouldn't have been back during 42. We're gonna fight 10 Nora-sized Jonathans or 1 Jonathan-sized Nora. Probably the Jonathan-sized Nora, right? George will probably be on Donnie Australia. You would assume so, right? I think the parts where they're actually eating could have been cut. Yeah, that too, probably. But yeah, I think you need to have that for the Anora Igor relationship, right? But do you need it though? I guess like it helps it, but I don't know if you need it. Have her getting Rupert back. Only if Rupert was talked about at all during this entire preseason stretch. Wasn't George rumored for Dondi 3? Was he? I haven't heard George's name, but I also haven't been following, to be honest. Is the best chance for New Era? I mean, Q, Carolyn, I think are still locks. Jesse is still very likely. Charlie is probably likely still, but also like we haven't heard about Charlie, so it's like that's the thing. I think Jonathan's still someone to look at. I think it'll probably be like 8 New Era people. So like Genevieve and Andy are still in the running, I think. Say is probably the most likely from 48 right now. We don't know how many people. That's a metaphor. I think it's very good. It's probably gonna be my game of the year. Like realistic, I think there's an argument that I like. I don't know if argument's the right term. I think I probably respect Persona 3 more. But I think I'm still gonna say Metaphor is my game of the year anyway. And I think actually I think I like Metaphor as a game better. I like Persona 3 more as like a piece of art more. Even though I think Metaphor is also still good in that light too. But I love like the archetype system and like the combat system and everything of Metaphor. I think the themes of Metaphor are very good. I don't feel as attached, I don't think, to the I don't think the plot is as interesting to me. But I guess like is Persona 3's plot that good? Persona 5's plot is good. I don't know if Persona 3's plot's really that good. So I guess it's kind of a mute point there. Either way. Watch they cut all but one New Era person. Who would that be? Like I think Carolyn's the biggest lock right now of the New Era people. Like I think when especially as a CBS mandate, we want bigger names. Carolyn is definitely a person they're talking about. Jesse better than Rick Devens? I think Jesse's a better player than Rick Devens, yeah. Are we talking about chances for 50? I think Rick Devens is more likely than Jesse. Or at least inherently would be. Again, obviously the issue is the fact that we haven't heard Rick Devens' name, but most likely alternate for 50. Well, I was saying Davey. I think at this point, if we're going big names, it probably still is like someone like Davey, right? I don't think this is good for Dom at all. I don't think Dom is the person they're considering a big name. I think one of the Survivor specialists made a comment on one of their Patreon pods about George and Dondi. Yeah, I haven't heard anything personally, but could be. Wasn't Rob campaigning to get Amber on Dondi? That was a thing, right? Dude, I don't get how this works. Don't even give a shit. Like, straight up, I think I'm ready to give up on this game too. I really don't give a shit about this game. It's just a kind of annoying game to play on stream. Which again, who would have guessed that for the fucking 4th game in a row, I would have given up on a game. This is wait, who is this? Cool. Which game now? I don't know. What was my plan? I don't even remember what my plan was for next game. I still have a decent amount of games actually from last year. But I played this as a joke anyway. Like, this is more so like I just thought it'd be funny if I finished this game. Because it's supposed to be really shit. Yeah, I think I had a game on the schedule. Oh, it's another shit game though. I forgot about that. I wanted to play what was it called? Unknown something. What was that game called? Unknown 9 Awakening. That's what that game. Which I hear is really shit also. Oh yeah, Rob C. Yeah, I forgot about Rob C's probably on Dondi, right? Especially if he's not on Survivor. Yeah, I love how like Big D is I feel like Tomb Raider's gonna be shit on stream. I want to play Tomb Raider, like the OGs, because I do have the remaster collection or whatever. And I do want to do a Tomb Raider ranking, ideally, but also it's like, I don't know how good those games are going to be on stream. Yeah, if I'm getting fucking lost in Dustborn, I feel like I'm definitely getting lost in Tomb Raider OG. TJ, Tony, and Alex, or which Tony and which Alex? Will Shaheen get the Genevieve treatment? I don't know, what was the Genevieve? I guess like the big rant or whatever. Alex Coe. why are we mentioning Alex Coe? Watch Johnny Bananas be on Dondi. I mean, that wouldn't be that shocking. We're making the most of the Big Delusional nickname. I mean, I will say though, I do feel bad for Big D though. Like literally every other Cookout member has been on another show now. Like Big D hasn't been running for anything. Big D's like, obviously he came off misogynistic at points, and that's not great. But like, he is a fun character. Like he's fun from being like delusional. But like, I wouldn't be opposed to Big D being on like another show. I think it'll be funny. Like, I don't know if it needs to be Traitors. Like, put him on, like, Got to Get Out, or whatever the fuck that show's called. Like, get him on, like, one of those random shows. I don't remember if he was actually in the running for USA 1. Yeah, he's more interesting than Azza. Big D's, like, a third of the reason Tiffany wasn't the... I mean, I guess. Actually, isn't it like a fourth of the reason, considering isn't she like one of the, I don't know, one of the reasons? Really, actually, she's the main reason, right? She's really like the number one reason. Oh, was there an explosion in London? I didn't know that. Who are like more Boss Robert, Josh Martinez? Like as like what? Person? Probably Josh Martinez. TV character? I think it depends. I think it depends on like what show. Like, I think for Traitors, Boston Rob. I think for like maybe most answers are probably Boston. I think probably Boston Rob. Placey 4, I mean, could theoretically. Problem is I'm going to stop streaming and start streaming again, which is annoying if I switch games. But yeah, actually, I was going to do that. I was going to look up what games I have to potentially play still. What do I go to? Backlogged. I think after Dondi, Dr. Will's all-time reality TV character. I personally didn't love his Dondi run. I just feel like a lot of it just felt very fake to me. and like him trying to play up his shtick. Let's see. Looking up 2024 games on my backlogged. I have 52 games I can play. Oh, I forgot about Dragon Age. Should I play Dragon Age? I forgot I have that. Beyond Good. Oh, that's a remaster. I forgot about the Quiet Place game. I forgot about that, actually. I forgot that existed. Yeah, I literally have it right here. Yeah, oh, it's still sealed. Fuck. I never installed it. But I'm not playing Castle Island. I'm more than likely I'm going to switch to Balatro. But I might wait like 30 minutes just so this like VOD isn't super short. Located Big City. I mean, I still have it installed. Actually, what do I have installed? Actually, let's look this up real quick. What do I have installed on Xbox? Because I think I installed some new stuff and like uninstalled other stuff. But again, I've already played it. I have another Crab's Treasure. I could play that. I have all the early Assassin's Creed games. I have Balatro on Xbox. I've Avowed. Arcade Paradise, Batman Arkham, Origins, Binary Domain, Blue Dragon, Botany Manor. That's a game that exists. Call of Duty. I've not played Animal Well. Probably not going to. Would be like ideally I would play it, but probably just not gonna find time. Yeah. What games for 2024 do I have here? Uden Chronicles, which is probably a shit stream game. Harold Halibut, which I hear is a narrative-based game, so I doubt that's a good stream game. Mullet Mad Jack, is that a 2024 game? I don't remember. Night Souls, or Nine Souls, whatever the fuck that game's called. Here that's a good game, but it's also hard, so I probably won't like it. Was that it? I thought I had more installed. Well, I mean, I do have a lot installed, but like, I thought I had more 2024 stuff installed, but I guess not. Oh, I forgot Black Mirror was happening. Did it come out? When's it coming out? I didn't watch the trailer or anything. I remember hearing that was like coming out soon, but yeah, I didn't bother like looking into it. But I'll watch it eventually. Let's see. Where is it? When's the premiere date? Or do we not have a premiere date? Oh, is there no premiere date? Actually, it's been 2 years already? It's kind of insane. Doesn't feel like it. Uden is kind of good stream game. It's just as long. But it's like a tactical game, though, right? Like it's a... I guess the fact that like it's turn-based, right? I think. So maybe that's like good for stream, I guess. But, I don't know. Yeah, it is long, though. I know it's like 50 hours or something, right? So that's also an issue. Oh, is there a Bandersnatch sequel? I didn't know that was a thing. Supposedly Erica could be on Amazing Race Canada. Erica Kasupian? I wouldn't be opposed to it. She got robbed from traders. So. I don't know if Stalker 2 is a game. I'm looking at the games I have access to from last year. Pacific Drive. I forgot that was a game. Dragon's Dogma 2, but like I still haven't played Dragon's Dogma 1. There's an auto battler. Imagine I just play the entire game with auto on. I mean that is the thing. I've literally done that before. What did I do that? I did that in Grand Blue, right? Grand Blue Fantasy. I literally just like stayed on the pause screen for like 4 hours, just talking. I heard it's like mixed, right? I think like some people liked it, other people didn't with Stalker 2. Topaz for Traders Canada. I mean, yeah, just see if she can mess it up again. That'll be fun. Yeah, legitimately, I don't know what I'm gonna play next. Maybe I will play Unknown 9. I hear that game's like very, very mid. Actually, it has a 1.7 out of 5 on backlog, so that's a great sign. But yeah, I hear it's really bad. but I don't know. Could be like a funny bad. Wait, Survivor Quebec's playing is starting soon too? It's too much Quebec stuff. Most of the non-important fights needed on auto battle. Actually, let's look this up. How long is it actually? Actually, the other game I want to play is Unicorn Overlord, but I feel like that's a game that would be like completely wasted on stream. Because that's a game I actually want to like pay attention to the narrative and everything. Uden Chronicles, I don't know if I care enough. Yeah, 46 hours according to this. It's pretty long. But I need to buy Animal Well, though. That'll be the issue. I spend money. Which I definitely don't spend money. That's definitely a thing I don't do. I forgot Metal Slug Tactics. That's a game on Game Pass. Should I try? I'm debating if I should try Dragon Age. Ben Man is winning Quebec 3. I mean, sure. I don't know why, but sure. Should be Survivor UK. I agree. It is a shame that we actually got like a legitimately good season by the end, and then they just like didn't renew it. I did player ranking for Total Drama Island, who would be number 1. Like, nobody. There's not a fucking game being played. Like, how do you fucking assess it? Survivor UK Lee better than Titans of Rebels Alex? Probably not. I don't have PS Plus at all. Because I don't play online, so it's like a waste of money for me. Especially when I have Game Pass, that essentially is like the same thing on Xbox, but also gives you better games and more games. So if I'm going to play a game online, it would be on Xbox, but also I'm probably not, because I never do. It would be funny. It would be funny if Iodine or Peridium did a Rob and Amber wedding special video. But I'll still have the best one. Again, where else are you going to find a Rob and Amber wedding special that refers to Jenna Lewis's sex tape? I mean, that clearly makes it the best. Has Peridium... Actually, this is something I wonder. Has Peridium ever referred to Jenna Lewis's sex tape? Is that a thing he ever did? Yeah, that's what... I don't get how people talk about Total Drama as if it's a real game. Like, it's such a weird thing to me. Because, like, even if this is a world where, like, even in a like scripted world, it's not even a game. Like, what is the game to Total Drama? Like, it just fucking random bullshit happens left and right. There's no, like, it's not like even a structured game where, like, there's a full format that fully plays out. Like, at the end, they fucking just, like, throw shit at the wall anyway and determine the fucking winner. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. What brought up Jen Lewis's sex tape? Was I was mentioning the Survivor players that could what was it? It was no, actually no, I was mentioning the reunion, the fact that like Rob and Amber have like no friends in the Survivor community essentially. That the only people that they hung out with post All Stars was like Colby and Jenna Lewis. Then when I mentioned Jenna Lewis, I put a picture of her from her sex tape. The beginning, mind you, again, not the not the real thing. Leave the game selection on PS Plus more than Game Pass. What's on PS Plus? I feel like most of the stuff on PS Plus I probably already have. But it is probably stuff like Animal Well, and I think well, they have a lot of like backlog stuff, but to be fair, I bought a lot of that stuff too. Where is it? Games. Yeah, look at the cal. I know a lot of it's the same as Game Pass too, right? Yeah, like I own a lot of these like random like games. Because I used to buy like if I saw a game on sale, I would buy it. So like I own like a lot of the stuff on here. It's really just like the newer stuff I feel like that I don't have. Yeah, like the host literally eliminates people, and then yeah, there's the like DJ stuff with with Chef and everything. It's like none of this is real. Like none of this is an actual game. Yeah, I'm just like scrolling through all the games from PS Plus. Like I do have like there's nothing like standing out to me that I don't already have to some degree. Oh, Dave the Diver actually. I don't have Dave the Diver. Ideally I would play that. Total Drama's top tier storytelling. I mean, I don't know about that. Having it at PlayStation's PS2, yeah. Yeah, I just have like a lot of the PS2 like backlog games I own, like the ones that they like ported over or whatever. I own all of those. I know those are on this, and obviously like I have all the PS4 stuff, which are obviously backwards compatible. Oh, Dino Crisis is on there. I forgot about that. Oh, is Dragon Age the Veilguard on there? That's so funny. Like that's quick. That game came out what, like not even 6 months ago, right? Like 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Shadow of the Colossus PS4 is really good. I actually finished it, and it's like this time instead of the PS2 version. Mind you, I don't know if it's actually better. Like I haven't like bothered like assessing the differences between the two in terms of like the like I don't know if like the remake butchers things, but like in terms of like at least accessibility, I feel like the PS4 remake was easier to play. React stream the Holdovers. I mean, what is the holdover? It is on a streaming service, right? Do I have it? I believe I do have access. Oh, it's on Peacock. Yeah, I can watch the Holdovers technically, but also probably not. I would not do a fucking ranking of deceased Survivor players. I think that's pretty fucked. Oh, by the way, also, I mean, not that anyone fucking cares, but they did announce an update to No Return. So I might be going back to No Return. Like the Last of Us 2 roguelite mode, whatever it is. Like they announced that, so the day of, so I think it's next Thursday. It's the day that the PC port of Last of Us 2 comes out. They're adding in Bill and Marlene as characters, and they're adding in a whole bunch of maps. So it's like, yeah, it's at least something. I'll probably try it out. AE 2016, I mean, that's not for a long time, right? Yeah, it's literally not until, like, next year. I haven't even watched Celebrity Australian Survivor. That's what I'm going to be watching this year. I haven't even fucking watched BB6, and that's coming out before that. Same thing with Genius. I rank every Survivor season based on how good their theme was. No, not really. I'm like, I think there's at least like something to the idea of like ranking the best like themes. But I'm not like dying to do it. I did love how so actually we didn't talk about this, that Jeff, well, we kind of briefly talked about, but Jeff did get asked his like Mount Rushmore Survivor seasons. I was pretty surprised by his answer. Where his first answer was Heroes of Villains, which again I think is probably top of mind for him because of where 50 is right now. Then he said Kagiyan was his number 2 answer, which, oh no, actually no, it was Dave vs. Goliath. Either way, Dave vs. Goliath and Kagiyan were his next 2. I forgot, maybe it was Dave vs. Goliath first. But kind of weird considering both of those seasons were like ones that were like pretty underhyped coming into it. Then he's obviously like very much like fawned over like how great the concept of having Dave vs. Goliath on Survivor is, but whatever. His fourth, like he took a while to answer his fourth one, but he did say Millennium X, which I did feel like was kind of weird. But that was not what I was expecting him to land on. Like I was thinking he was gonna say Micronesia or Second Chance or even Winners at War. The fact that he landed on Millennium X is interesting, especially considering again we have not heard about a single Millennium X person in the running for 50, and even Kagiyan, like I guess technically we only know about Tasha, theoretically Tasha or Spencer 1 to 2. I mean, is he right? I think it's a good season. I think it has some issues, but I think it is a good season. It's probably a better season. Like, I think Military X is one that I loved at the time. Then, like, in the years after, I started to get lower and lower on it, and then now I'm at the point where I'm kind of getting like back, like, higher on it. Are they really waiting for Last of Us HBO to update No Return? It seems like it. I mean, like, well, they were waiting for the Last of Us 2 port on PC, but yeah, that port is coming out in conjunction with the HBO show. So yeah, essentially, I'm just happy we're getting any update at all, because I thought No Return would be Left 4 Dead, and to be fair, it probably will be after this. Like, I doubt they're gonna do another update, which I don't get. This is something I do find weird too. Is like, why only Bill and Marlene? Because, like, I get the limitations on this is that they don't want to put the resources into, like, reanimating all these characters. Like Owen is a character that, like, is probably more important to Last of Us 2 than, like, fucking Mel and I guess Manny. But, like, the reason why Owen isn't a character in No Return is because, like, he's never in combat. So they don't have the animations, like, set up for him, like, in combat for No Return. So, like, like, I guess makes sense why he's not a character in No Return. But, like, when we're like now taking from Last of Us 1, where obviously they did the remakes, they could just transfer those over. It's like you have Bill and Marlene, but like why not like Tess? Why not Henry? It's like why not these other characters? Like you have these other characters you could use. I wonder how that would work with Spencer if he were brought on. Like I guess like would they would call him Raymond, right? I feel like that'd be weird if they didn't, right? Like allow him to go by Raymond, but also wouldn't that be something that they wouldn't want him? Like, I mean, like, it's like I feel like that's something that would detract them from casting him, wouldn't it? Because at that point they'll be like, because like from people they'll be like, who the fuck is Raymond? And I guess like they obviously they can, I don't know. I do wonder how that affects like their idea of like recasting him. I haven't seen Military Next since it aired. I remember like in real time before the race in Cambodia. Co-Rock sticks your mind more. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming obviously they would like mention him talking about it, but I do wonder if that's like a thing that like they'll be like it kind of like ruins the point of bringing him back to a degree. I think like if you don't get the name recognition of Spencer Bledsoe, then it's like I don't know, is it like is there a reason to bring him back? Yeah, like I think they would want him to go by Spencer probably, just from a like marketing perspective. But I feel like that's also weird to do, right? Imagine if Coach goes by Benjamin. That would be funny. All right, should I switch to Balatro? We're at 1 a.m. I guess it's like a decent breakoff point. Kind of annoying. I'm annoyed that I have to break up the VODs on PlayStation. If only I was playing on Xbox. Yeah, legitimately don't know what I'm going to do for next stream. Yeah, haven't really decided. We'll see. They're either going to adapt all Last of Us DLC in the TV show. What do you mean all Last of Us DLC? Like, what are DLCs there? Like to like narrative DLC that's for them to use. Like we know they're like incorporating a lot of like ideas that didn't make the game. I did not play AC Shadows. Fuck AC Shadows. Could not give a shit about fucking AC Shadows. I'll probably play it on stream eventually, but like I'll wait for it to go down in price, which it definitely will. Like in like 2 months, it'll be fucking like $20, $30. I'll probably get it then, and actually maybe I won't. I mean, I'll probably like when am I gonna have time to play it anyway? I probably won't play it until like. Now, like very end of the year, probably. Yeah, Left Behind's the only story. Like they already incorporated Left Behind. Like it's in season 1. Like they literally have an entire episode called Left Behind. That's like all Left Behind. There's like they've already done it. Yeah, season 2, they're messing up the timeline, I know. Or, like, not timeline, messing up with the, like, order of how things are shown. So, like, it's not going to be, like, Abby day 1, Ellie day 1. I guess it won't be Ellie day 1, 2, 3, Abby day 1, 2, 3. It'll be both happening at the same time, seemingly. I'm interested in seeing where season 2 ends, because like we know, because we get to the Nora scene, right? Like, are they gonna move the Nora scene up? Yeah, I played the Tomb Raider reboot trilogy. I made a video on Tomb Raider 1. I'm probably not gonna bother with 2 and 3, or like with Rise and Shadow. Initially I was going to do Rise, but I also don't think I care, to be honest. I barely care enough to do Tomb Raider first. I like them. They're like, I like them as games. I don't know how I like them as like Tomb Raider games. But I think they're fun. Oh, I for Shadow that fun. I think the first two are like competent like action adventure games. Show goes beyond the game. I don't think so. Like, I think they'll show more like things that weren't in the games, but I don't think they'll go past the point of the games. I don't think, because like I think they're saving that for like a potential Last of Us 3. But also, like, we're not gonna like we know that there's gonna at least be 3 seasons, right? Possibly 4. Before they end with part 2. So it's like, we're not getting it anytime soon anyway. So I don't fully believe that I didn't buy AC Shadow's day 1. Imagine. If only even if I wouldn't even have time to play it, even if I wanted to at this point. Like, I'm too busy playing Metaphor. I'm right at the end of Metaphor. I'm probably going to finish it tomorrow. I'm excited to see how things end, even though I think... I mean, like, either way, I know the general, like, what's going to happen at the end. I guess it's like, the question is, like, what's the fate of the main character, I guess, through all that. But, yeah, we'll see. Anyone talk about mine for next All-Star season after 50? I think it's too early. It's like too, like, it's just tough to say, because it's like, one, it's like, even if like next Fraternity season's 54, like, how many of these people that didn't, like, is Mike Turner going to be in the running for Survivor 54? Like, is Omer, is like Caleb, if he's not on this season, which he's probably not at this point. But like, some of these people that like I think are probably getting cut now for 50. It's like, I don't know if a lot of these people are necessarily making 54. Like, I'm sure some people will, but like, I don't know. I think it's tough to say like who exactly will. I mean, AC Shadows is supposed to be good, which means it's probably bad. I've heard like mixed things. Like, I've heard like I think it's getting an average around like 80, right? So I don't think I'll like it. I'll be very surprised if I do like it. But I don't know. Like, when it comes to the RPG Assassin's Creed games, like, I love Origins, but not because it's Assassin's Creed. I actually think the fact that it's Assassin's Creed is the worst part about Origins. Like, I just generally like Origins as a game. I don't like that's an Assassin's Creed game. Odyssey is just outright bad and everything. Valhalla is like actually like a good Assassin's Creed. I don't know if good. I think it's a better Assassin's Creed game than Origins and Odyssey, but it's not a good game in general. It's like the opposite issue of Origins, where like the Assassin's Creed elements of Valhalla. Did I say Origins or whatever? Anyway, I'm talking about Valhalla. Like, I think the Assassin's Creed elements of Valhalla are good, but the actual game is terrible. Nice circle. Again, Odyssey's not underrated. Odyssey's one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever played. Like, Odyssey's generally terrible. And anyone that does like it, I think you're genuinely wrong, and I don't trust anything you have to say about video games. But yeah, I mean, again, we're talking about some 50 stuff. I think that's like the big thing that's going on. And then yeah, at this point, I've given up on the game. What a shocker. And yeah, we're just like rambling on for the last like hour or so. Yeah, never gotten anything after Syndicate. I mean, I don't like Syndicate either, but Syndicate's just like a funny game. I don't know. I'm gonna be playing it soon. Actually, I'm gonna be streaming Syndicate. Like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months from now. Like 5 hours of Shadows, liking it, but I haven't played other Assassin's Creed RPGs, so can't really compare. Yeah, I mean, oh no, Unity is definitely way better than Syndicate. And Unity's not good, but I think like at least there's like good concepts in Unity. I don't think there's anything good in Syndicate. Like I'm trying to think right now. What is good in Syndicate? I think the City of London is interesting. Like I think it's like the actually, is it though? The City of London is actually really shit. Like I think it, like as a recreation of London, it's good. As a Assassin's Creed game, it's fucking abysmal. Like why does this exist in an Assassin's Creed game? The fact that we're playing in 18th century London, where we fucking use a rope launcher to get from place to place. Dual protagonist, I think that's mishandled because like it's not really like it's really just the Jacob showing, hey, Evie's there. So they just didn't give a shit about Evie. I think it's a good concept, but the way they handle it is terrible. Wait, more Odyssey or I'm in Love with Your Grandmother? I'm definitely Odyssey. Because I don't give a shit about I'm in Love with Your Grandmother. Like, I actually give a shit about, like, Odyssey and how shit it is. But yeah, Shadows is made by the people that did Odyssey, so I don't think it'll be good. Like honestly, like the thing about Odyssey is like Odyssey as an Assassin's Creed game is like abhorrent. It's like one of the worst like Assassin's Creed things ever made. As an actual game, I still think it's bad. But like, yeah, if you're not into Assassin's Creed and you play Odyssey, then I'm like, I guess I could see how you're like kind of enjoying it. But also, it is bad though. Like it is genuinely like a poorly designed game. Like it just feels like a soulless game that just simply misunderstands like what made The Witcher good, and like tries to be The Witcher even though like it just like, yeah, like it's like the fact that like Cassandra and Lexius just have no character to them. There's like fucking empty shells that change on the whim of whatever decisions you make. Yeah, I talked about Nora earlier. I liked the Nora. I thought it was very good. I like how it tackles like the effects of like objectification in the fact that like Honora feels like a person that's well, I guess it's like kind of double. It's like the like she's some like through her sex work and everything, she's somebody that has what is it? That she's oh my god, why am I blanking? What the fuck am I? Okay. But she's like essentially like made everything like transactional, right? Like she feels like she sees like she's looking at this like the guy that she's like trying to that she wants to marry and everything that she ends up marrying is like one that she's like simply into him because of his money, while like he's into her because of like her looks and everything, and like she feels like that's the like the way that relationships should be, and that's the way like at the end where she finds somebody that like doesn't that actually like likes her as a person, not this like object. At least they're like breaking down at the end. Like I feel like thematically I really like it. I talked about it earlier. It's like I feel like in terms of like pacing, I probably would have cut some things from like the last half of the movie. I feel like it did not need to be like 2 hours and 12 minutes or whatever. So like I think like the like New York courthouse scene I would have probably cut. I probably would have tried to condense the like search for Ivan or whatever his name is, but also like I get it, like it has to be there, like that's a major aspect of like of the story. Anyway, I thought it was very good. Mikey Madison's performance obviously is very, very good. Top 6 teams in Maze Race 22. Bates and Anthony, right? Caroline and Jennifer, that's their names, right? Mona and Beth. Max and Katie? Is that their names? Beyond that, yeah, I cannot tell you. Yeah, I mean, again, I haven't watched the other movies, but yeah, I think her performance is very, very good. Like, I think it makes a lot of sense why she would win for that. But also, like, yeah, I haven't watched the other movies, so I wouldn't be able to, like, actually compare. But I think Anora's probably my favorite movie that I've watched from last year, even though it's literally, I think, like, 2 movies or 3 movies or something like that. I liked it more than Dune 2, for what that's worth. Oh, I forgot about Joey and Megan, yeah. I would never have guessed Chuck and Winona. I didn't even realize Chuck and Winona got to 6th place. Yeah, I never watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What's funny is I actually own it on Blu-ray, and I never watched it. But maybe I will if I ever do a Tarantino ranking. Which, who knows when I'll do that. I mean, I think it's... Yeah, I'm all in on Miles winning AU at this point. Actually, did I... Oh, no, there's no draft update to be had, right? Because no one went home. But yeah. Alright, should I switch to Balatro? Actually, I did see this. This is the ad, right? The weird Yellow Jackets Survivor ad. Yeah, what a fucking weird thing this is. Yeah, I'm just like, are these the 2 biggest shows on Paramount Plus? Because that's like the most random like combo to put together. I guess not really, considering obviously like Yellow Jackets is in like the wilderness or whatever, but still. Sucker Punch Deep Dive, imagine. Do I own Sucker Punch on Blu-ray? I didn't hate Sucker Punch when I originally watched it. I doubt that opinion holds. Zara and Paulie getting voted out. I mean, I think Zara is definitely like a prime Final 2 loser. Actually, really, Paulie could also be a Final 2 loser at this point, right? I think both of them, like, I could see them getting to the end and losing. Yellow Jackets gets Emmy noms. Yeah, does it? Yellowstone's not even on Paramount Plus, though, is it? Like, the spin-offs are on Paramount Plus, but I don't believe Yellowstone itself is on Paramount Plus. Because, like, they sold the streaming rights to, like, was it Peacock or something, like, a while back? It's on, like, one of the other streaming services. I'm pretty sure it's, like, Peacock. Polly and/or Zara win Final 3, take Miles over AJ or Karin. Could be. Imagine Zara cuts Karin. That'd be kind of insane, right? I doubt Karin's making it that deep, but that would be an insane moment. Alright, I think I'll switch to Balatro, just so I'm actually, like, doing something instead of just fucking standing here for forever. Where's my copy of Balatro? I forgot I have a physical copy. Then I could switch to Xbox, but it also means worse mic, I guess. Sucker Punch is your favorite Snyder film? I mean, I don't even know what my... Actually, I should do a Snyder ranking. What is number 1? I generally don't even know. What is number 1 Snyder film? I think it's probably Dawn of the Dead. Maybe? Yeah, I don't even know. I think it's not like Snyder's like the greatest director in the world. Alright. I'm gonna switch to Balatro, so stream will cut out for like, I don't know, 20 seconds maybe? I'll be back. So, see you then. I'm waiting for the game to load. Watch it like I accidentally like uninstalled Balatro. Oh no, it's fine. Alright. Again, I'll see you then.